Moments by G. It's noon and we just wanted to stop by and work with you just a little bit and provide some inspiration. We're very excited. I'm Georgia. You know, I always like to start with a saying, right? Look at this right here. Can you see that? There we go. Sprinkle some sunshine wherever you go, and the flowers of life will follow your goal. That's what we need to do, right? Sprinkle some inspiration and some sunshine in our friends' lives. And we can do that, right? With making cards and then sending cards. So we want to say hashtag make a card, send a card. And today, we are going to be working with the Botanical Prints from Stampin' Up. They are so pretty. So let's head down to the crafting table and let me show you this suite that you can get. This is the Botanical Prints and it is so pretty. You get, if you order this suite out of the mini catalog, you get the die cuts, you get this beautiful cutout paper, and you get stamps, and you get the paper. Well, I'm going to give you a little tease, and I'm going to show you one of the cards that we made, and then we're going to get busy making a card. Now, look at this one. Isn't that pretty? Oh, my goodness. These we cut out and we colored, and I'm telling you, when you use the blends, they actually turn out that pretty. We used 3 blends to get that color, and it was so pretty. And look at that corner. Can you see that corner? Oh my goodness. It just is barely there, but it turned out so pretty. And it's just a little die cut that you can cut out. You get with your set when you order it. And then you just open it up, and we used part of the leftover paper, and we colored these beautiful lemons and leaves, and it's so easy to color them. Well, I'm going to show you what we're going to do today. It's kind of interesting. We're taking one of these pieces of paper that they already have cut out for you, and we're going to use it as a stencil. So here we have a piece of paper, and I'm going to get in close so that you can see what we're doing. Now, because I want to use this stencil, right? I don't want to use the pretty side. Can you see this? This is like a teal Bermuda Bay color, right? Well, I don't want to mess that side up in case I want to use it later on. So I'm going to stencil using the back of this paper. So the first thing we need to do is get a piece of paper, right? And I'm just going to lay this down because I am going to use my trimmer to make it smaller so I don't have to worry about that. Now, there's a couple ways you could do this. You could tape it right here, right? But I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to hold it down with my hand. And the 3 colors that I am going to use are, I'm going to use Lovely Lipstick, Grapefruit Grove, and Pineapple Punch to do this beautiful shading that we're about to do. And you want to make sure that whatever sponges you use or brushes you use, that you kind of keep them with that stamp, right? So that you don't mess it up. So I am using these neat makeup brushes that I bought, and I make sure they stay with the exact color that I'm working with so that I don't contaminate the colors. So we're going to move this down just a little bit, and here's my colors that I'm using. Now the first color I'm going to go with is this lipstick red, and I'm just going to hold it right here. I'm going to dip it in, and I want it really dark. So I'm just going to go in, and I'm going to take up about 2.5 spots, and I want it really dark, and that's all I have to do. Now I'm going to come in with the Grapefruit Grove, and I'm just going to go over the same way, holding it down, and just, you know, raking that paintbrush, the makeup brush right there. And you don't really even have to go over, you know, to blend them together. You'll see in just a moment what we do. And then I'm going to get into this pineapple, and I'm just going to try to keep it up at the very top and not really muddy it up at all with that Grapefruit Grove. And I'm just going over the stencil. And see, you really don't even have to glue it down or anything. And it makes the prettiest background. Oh my goodness. That's why we wanted to just stop by and show you how pretty it is, and you can make your own background. Are you ready for the great reveal? Ta-da! What do you think? Now wait until I cut it, right? Let me get it cut the appropriate size. So I'm going to move this off, and I'm going to just bring in my trimmer, and I'm going to just trim it to where it's exactly the right size. Okay, because this is going to be actually our second mat on our card, and I'll show you the base card in just a second. But I wanted to show you how easy it is to use that laser cut paper that you get with that suite as a stencil. You probably never thought of that. Now, see that beautiful scrap that it made? Well, I made a video yesterday that I posted on our YouTube channel about how to use these scraps to make a card. So I might throw that away in the past, but I'm not going to, because it would make such a pretty card. So we're going to keep that. So we have one more side to cut. We're going to line it up. Okay, I'm going to keep that scrap too. Now what we've done is we have taken a piece of paper, and I can't remember the name of this cardstock. If anybody knows it, let me know, and if not, I will post it. Remember, give me a day and I will post this video on YouTube, and I'll have all the dimensions posted for you. So we just have an 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4, and we've cut another piece of paper because I want it to be really bright and happy, right? Because we're all kind of going through a time right now where we have to kind of shelter in place. And so I'm going to get out my silicone mat so that I don't get glue on my table, and we are going to get this glued down. I love my silicone mat, don't you? You put glue on it and it just balls up and you can just get it right off. So this first mat we know is cut 5 1/4 by 4, right? And we're just going to glue that down. Are those some bright colors? I love bright colors. That's what I like. I one time had my color chart done, and my colors were the bright colors, the fuchsias, the royal blues. So those are the colors I really go for. So we're just going to glue that down. And now we're going to take this piece that we just created, and we're just going to see how just a little bit of the yellow shows, but just enough, right? So we are going to glue this down, and we start putting it together, right? I just love this idea, you know, because once you use those laser cut, they're gone if you put it on a card. So always save one back so that you can use it as a border, right? I mean, as a background. Isn't that pretty? See the shading? Oh, I just really, really like it. And you still have that Bermuda Bay color on the other side, so you don't have to worry about it. You can, if you wanted to put it on a card, use it. Now, with this set, you get all kinds of papers, right? And you also get these lovely flowers right here that you punch out, and you can tell we've used quite a few. And you also get these little labels if you wanted to use those. And I'm going to show you, I have 3 more cards to show you that I think you're going to fall in love with. So, but what we did is we punched out these because they're 2 lemons. I thought, oh, bright, that's going to be nice. But look at what we're going to use. We're going to use this label maker, and we are going to punch out pineapple punch, or pineapple punch, and then we're also going to use this pink color to punch out. And I'm going to show you how we're going to make it. Oh, you're going to like it, I think. And then we're going to take this and we are going to stamp it. So I'm just going to use I'm just going to use a piece of paper. And the reason we're doing this is we're going to split them and we're going to make this label a little bigger. So right now I'm going to get the saying that we want to stamp. I'm going to stamp this, and I'm going to stamp it in Lovely Lipstick because I think that would be so pretty. Now let's just test it and see. Oh, yes. So we're going to stamp it right here and hold it down. And there we have it. Now I'm going to use my punch, and I'm going to punch that out because that will be the middle. Okay, there we go. So we have that. Now we have all our pieces that we need for this lovely card. Now, to make this label bigger, because you could put it on there, but really it kind of just, it doesn't stand out, right? So what we're going to do is we are going to take a pair of scissors and we're going to cut this in half, just like this, okay? And then we're also going to cut the yellow one just in half. And we're going to layer this so that we can create a larger label to put on the front of our card. So the first one we're going to use is yellow, and we're going to get our silicone mat so as not to mess up our table. And we are just going to line it up. Put the extra right there. Just line it up right there. And you know why I like using the Kalel is it gives us time to wiggle. And I know I don't get it right the first time. Do you get it right? If you do, congratulations, but I never do, so I need to be able to wiggle it a little bit. And then we're going to just line up the other side. Okay, so we have the first layer, right? Now we're going to bring in our other colored cardstock, and we are going to line it up just to give it a more layered approach. Have you done this before? Have you used this technique to create a larger label? You can just give me a thumbs up if you've done this, or maybe you've done it with the circle labels. That also makes such a pretty label. So we're just going to line it up, and there we have it. So now what we're going to do is we're going to put this down first. We're going to put our sentiment down first with some dimensionals because we're going to slip our lemons underneath it. So I'm going to use my Take Your Pick tool to get the backing off of this. I love that. That way you can just do it so easily. You don't have to worry about it. And so I am going to just center that right in the middle. About right there. And now I'm going to come in and I'm going to decide where I want my beautiful little lemons to be. So about right there. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to use a dimensional for those as well. Just put a couple dimensionals on them. You don't have to put many. And like I said, at the end I'm going to show you some other cards that we did that I think you're really going to like as well. And these are so fast. Once you have the kit, oh my goodness, it is so fast to put them together because really you don't even have to get this involved. You can use the labels that they gave you to do it. So here's our first one. And I'm going to put it about right, I think, let's see, right there. Okay. And I'm going to put the other one about right there. Now, something else you can do is you can use Wink of Stella. Have you ever used this product? Oh my goodness. We love our Wink of Stella. And just put a little bit of Wink of Stella on everything to just brighten it up. You know, I always say that the Wink of Stella really adds depth. Can you see that shine? Really adds depth to the color of whatever you're adding it to. I think it's so nice. Now, we still have to do the inside, right? We're not done yet because we need to go ahead and put a white down and then maybe put a little stamp in there as well. So we're just going to glue this down. And then we need to decide, well, what would we want to stamp? We have our lemons, which I think would be appropriate, right? So we're just going to take those and put them on an acrylic block. And we're just going to get some memento, because you don't want it too dark. And we will just have it come off the edge just a little bit, just like that. And hold it. Oh, look at that. Now, I want to show you how easy it is to color. So I'm going to come in kind of close so that you can see me. And I'm going to take these two yellow blends. This is light daffodil and this is dark daffodil. So I'm just going to take the darker one and I'm going to just go over a little bit. See where they already have it shaded? You can just pick that up just a little bit. And then you come in with the lighter one. And you know what? You can also, you're going to see a card that we made that uses red on these. Oh my goodness, like a pomegranate, right? So pretty. So we're just going to come in with the dark on this, and we're just going to go over it just a little bit. You don't even have to worry about where you're going over it. Just a little bit, and you're going to see what happens when you bring in the lighter version. It just, I don't know. It just shades it for you because they already have it shaded for you, right? It's kind of like a cheat shade, right? And all you have to do is just come in with the color. And then I go over the whole thing in the light just to lighten up the dark. And remember, these are alcohol markers, so after a while they lighten up even more. And there we have that. Look at that. Isn't that pretty? You can really see the shading, can't you? Now, let me show you. So here's the one we made. Quick and easy, so fast. We showed you this one, right, that we did. And we did the same kind of blending technique using that. Now, look at this is another one that we did, but we did it in blues. See? Now this one, I did it directly to the card, okay? And then we did a double matte inside. I just think that turned out so pretty, so quick too. You saw how fast we could make it. Now this is a little more involved. We actually cut 3 strips of paper, layered them on this black card, and then this paper also comes with the kit. So we just made a strip and we used their labels. And once again, you saw me split the labels. Well, that's all we did on this one to make it bigger. And then we just put "You're seriously the best" on the inside. Oh, now here's the star of the show. Oh my gosh, yes. This was in black and white and we colored it. Look at the shading on those leaves. And we didn't do anything. All we did is we put a little dark and then came in with the light. And we used our red to color those, almost like pomegranates, right? We used a little bit of the daffodil to color the flowers. And of course, hello friend, and we just stamped some leaves. I mean, isn't this one quite beautiful? It is like the star. And you know, you end up with some extra left over of the little piece of paper that they give you. So just use that for your envelope, right? And then we just stamp the front. So that on this card right here, we could just put this together. Now, you could do this so quickly and make 4 cards and then send it to a friend and say, hey, I was thinking about you. Well, what do you think, my friends? Aren't you in love with this set? I think this kit is so pretty. Remember, you can buy this in the mini catalog, right? So if it's something that you want to get, oh my goodness, because you get the dies and the stamp, you can make it. You can make cards forever and ever. And I'm telling you, these cards are so pretty. And during this time, it is so nice to reach out to your loved ones and friends, right? Well, hey, I hope you go out and have a fantastic Tuesday. I hope you enjoyed today's quick little video. I hope we gave you a little bit of inspiration. If we did, if you head over to YouTube tomorrow, we'll have all the dimensions and the supplies. We'd appreciate a thumbs up, and we'd love it if you would subscribe to us. So go out and have a fantastic day, and we'll see you in the next video. Take care. Bye-bye.